What's up, everybody? So I'm gonna be doing the dunk and roll. First process is the dunk part. So I got my gloves, my alcohol spray. Spray your gloves down with alcohol. I already did it. I got 92% alcohol because it kind of evaporates faster. I do this. I got my water all set up in a pot, and I got 4 jars. I already did this to probably a bunch of other jars. I wanted to show you before I do the rest of them. So this is the the berm I had, and you can see it was inoculated on the 21st, and it was fully mycelium colonized on the 9th. So it's been about 6 days. So I'm gonna open them up. As you can see here, there's pins in there. Some of these have pins. Let me show you this one here. There's a couple pins right there, and I'll be taking those off because I've heard that they could rot during the dunk. So I don't want no problem. So I'm just gonna take them off. It's not a problem. So we'll go ahead and open them up. Get a fork. And what we'll do is, you can see that right there, just lightly scrape up. First dump it out. I got a plate in here, and you just very lightly scrape off the inside with the fork. Very lightly. You don't want to hurt the mycelium. So I just go like that, and then put this in the sink so it doesn't fall. And then what people use different methods. I just dump it. You can see it's a pain. And then what we'll do is give it a sniff. Make sure it smells like mushrooms. You don't want anything weird smelling. So it's got this little pin right there. I'm gonna put that away somewhere. I save them. I might not. And then what we'll do is we'll just get the water, not too hot. I mean, not too fast. Making sure it's cold water, and we'll just rinse them off as best as you can. As you can see, I'm just kind of get the top part. You see all the black, all the vermiculite. It's not all going to come off, but you just want as much as you can off of it without destroying the cake. Just like that. I'll kind of move it like that, just lightly. And then I've got a pot of water. Some people like to use distilled water. I think it's a waste of distilled water. I might do it if I have any problems doing it this way. And then you just place them in there. Okay, let me turn this off. And then we'll get the small ones. Are a little easier to come out than the half pint, and then also the pint ones are really hard to get off. So I'm not going to be using the pints anymore. They just take too long to colonize, and these ones seem a little bit better. And the pint ones are susceptible to contamination because they're so big, and I've heard a lot of people getting contaminants from that. So you can see in there's some white fuzzies. It's not bad. It's just a part of the growth process. Now, if it smells weird, then I would be alarmed. I would worry, but let's smell it. Like that. All right. You can see. It smells good. Fucking smells awesome. Fucking like mushrooms. And we'll just rinse them off again. Rinse this off. Every time you want to rinse them off. And I'll leave them in the water 24 Some people leave it 24 hours. Some people leave them up to 48 hours. I'm not. Then you can start damaging the mycelium. I don't recommend it. So 24 hours is the minimum. Nice firm off of there. Okay. There's that one. I only have 4 of them, so I'm just going to do all of them for you guys. Here's what this one looks like. Sometimes you'll get pins on the side right here, and they'll be growing out of the layer of the filter on top, and you end up scraping them and breaking them, but it doesn't matter. The pins aren't going to do anything. You just very gently. Alright. Look at all these damn pins. That shit. I would leave. You know what? I'm going to leave those ones on there just to see. This is all test and experiment, so we'll see. This one's going to be a test, because that's what it's all about. And what could happen? They're gonna the pins will just end up rotting, but I'll end up taking them off anyways. But let's see if this does anything. I doubt it, but. So take all that burn off. Make sure you get it off the sides. And that's pretty much the dunk part. And then I'll show you the roll tomorrow after I leave them in soaking. And what this is going to do, it's going to rehydrate the cake, which is important, because when you put them in your fruiting chamber, you're not going to have to worry about, not being too dry or not. So there's a reason why this is done. Because this one's all white. It's fuzzy too. I mean, but it doesn't smell bad. And that's what that top layer of vermiculite is for. Pretty much for keeping all that contaminant out. So it did its job. So that's very important that you have that top layer, not too little. You gotta have it, right flush. Okay, so this one has a bunch of pins. Damn, I didn't realize how many pins this one has. I'll be taking those ones off. I didn't even see those fucking little things. That's cool. Let me take them off very gently. You don't want to destroy the cake. And more pins. You just kind of just take them off. See that? Very just kind of from the bottom too. You want to just kind of pull them off from the bottom. That way you're not tearing a bunch of the mycelium from the cake. I don't know if this is the proper way of doing it. I've done some research and people tell me different things, so I'm gonna have to do it myself because there's not enough information out there. So if you guys know what's up, let me know, because if I'm doing it wrong, I want to definitely not do it next time. So there's another little pins on there. I'm gonna leave them on. It smells good. It smells like mushrooms. It smells like earth. And that's what you want. You want an earthy smell. You don't want nothing foul coming out. I've heard people having the cakes, they smell badly and they think they're okay, and the mushrooms end up getting contaminated. And that's a big problem if you're not doing it right. So that's dunk. And that is pretty much it. Alright, you see this one's all kind of got messed up right there. I don't know how the heck that happened, but it doesn't smell bad. It smells like mushrooms. So alright guys, that is, and then what we'll do is, let me show you guys here. I'm going to lightly put a plate on it. Oh, so much for lightly. And then if sometimes with the big cakes, or if you have too many, they will actually bounce around and the plate won't hold there. So I got this thing, kind of just sits there. It just makes sure they're under the water. That's all that's for. But that's not necessary if you have very little cakes. I only have 4, but last time I had like, I think it was like 6 or 7 of them, different sizes, and the plate wasn't even, it was a pain in the ass, and so I figured this out. But we'll leave them in there for 24 hours. I got the alcohol in the spray. You guys, very important, just put it in a spray bottle, spray your hands, it's not going to hurt you before touching anything. That way it's better safe than sorry. That's what I say. Alright, so tomorrow